Okay, before you start the exam, you need to go to maybe I should put the link here for the unit 1 review. Okay. uh, unit 1 exam review. Okay. Yeah, put the unit exam review is down here. Okay, so let me open the exam review one. Okay. Yeah, so this the question that related to the exam one. Okay, let me discuss one by one. Okay, so you can see number one, right? Maybe I thought, oh, sorry, I need to open. So maybe at the same time you can open the exam one. Okay, oh, here. So exam one will be down here. Okay. So should do the homework first before you take the exam. Okay, and you have to be aware that in the exam you cannot work in the group. Okay, you have to work by individually. Okay? You have to work individually. Okay, not in the group. Okay, let's see. Number one here. In a study, data collect is habit on always, sometime, never, never scale, right? So what is the measurement level here, or the level of measurement here, or the measurement scale? What is it? What is the answer? Nominal, ordinal, interval, or ratio? Here you can see the exam review, right? So from the exam review, you can, this is the question. So they have the different question, right? In a study, the data you collected is gender. Okay. So for this one is what? This is like category name or something like that, right? So the answer is nominal. Okay. But the answer for this one, I think, is what? I don't think it is nominal, right? It is a name, but this is, we can see it's in order, right? So start from always, sometime, and then never, right? So this is put in order, right? So because it's put in order, so the answer is ordinal. Okay. Yeah, you can check your answer. Yeah, it's correct, right? Okay. So maybe you can do your exam now. Well, I'm explaining about the answer. Okay. Okay. So the next question is will be this one. Okay. In a study, the data collect is habit on always, sometime, never, never scale. So the answer is qualitative, right? Not quantitative, because it's non-numerical data. Okay. So the answer is qualitative. And let's see what is the question in the review. In the study, the data you collected is letter grades. Okay, so this one also qualitative, right? Okay. And the next one, oh, the next one, right? Okay, determine whether this value is a parameter or statistics. Yeah, I give you the read here if you want to read it. Okay. So population is collection of possible respondents. Sample is a collection of only those respondents who give response, right? And then a parameter is number of describe the population. Statistic number describe the data, right? And then variable is the number that is respond to the survey or experiment. And data refer to the all responses of the survey or the experiment. So you can read that one. So because this electric load to what? 20% of vehicles sold are compact cars. So what do you think? Statistic or parameter? Let me see the okay. So this, yeah, fortunately the problem is the same, right? The question is the same. Okay. So the answer is parameter because this is vehicle sold, right? But that means it's all of the vehicle that was sold, right? That was sold. Okay. So the answer is, so this is the number represent of parameter. I mean, represent of the population. So the answer is parameter. Okay. So because it's the same problem, so the answer will be parameter. Yeah, sometimes you're lucky you have the same problem. Okay, the next question. Okay, it is this value from a discrete or continuous data set. The average weight of newborn babies in ounce. Okay. What is the difference between continuous and discrete? Continuous usually the data is because the data from measurement, right? Or putting in put or using scale, right? So weight is using scale, right? So the answer is continuous, right? Okay. So for the discrete is the one that you can count. But you cannot count, right? You have to put in the scale, right? And to, to see the weight, right? Okay. So the answer is continuous. Okay, so the next one, let me see what is the example in the review. The number of classes you are taking in this quarter, okay? Because it's like you can count it, right? Like 1, 2, 3, something like that. So the answer is discrete, okay? For this one. Um, so political scientists survey 33 of the current one 107 representatives in a state legislators, states legislator. Right? Okay, so you can watch the video here. So the sample will be the size of the sample will be this one, right? Okay, and the size of the population will be 107, right? 107. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I think I mistyped this one. Yeah, I give you like 3 chances, okay, so to be careful. But every time we will just use the grade like by I think by 5%. So you have to be careful. Okay, so the next question is this one. Does this describe an observation study or experiment or an experiment? The hair color of shoppers at the mall were recorded. So what do you think? Experiment or observational study? Do you know the difference? experiment is if you do something or you give a treatment to the object, right? And then you observe what happens. Right? And observational study is just observe it. Right? You don't need to do anything. You did nothing, right, to the object. Okay? So for this one is what? You just record it, right? So you do nothing to the object, right? So the answer will be observational study, right? Okay. Okay. So the next question, I think for number 6 here. Okay. The growth rate of bacteria is compared before and after adding alcohol. Okay. So you can see for this one is do something to the object, right? Which is adding alcohol here. Okay. And then observe what happened before and after adding the alcohol. So the answer is experiment study. Okay. Experiment. Okay. Okay. So for what is number now? Number 7, right? Okay. Point possible is 10. Okay. So identify the type of observational study. The hair color of student in your class are recorded. Okay. If you did it in certain time, like like right now, something like that. Okay. So we call it a cross-sectional study. So this is like what happened in the class, right? I mean, like you do it right now. Okay. So the answer is cross-sectional study. And retro as the data from the past. Okay. Prospective is like the data from the future. So cross-sectional study is the one that you did it right now. Uh, so the data is from you are doing it now. Okay. So you call it a cross-sectional study. Let me see what is the problem in the exam here. Number 7. Number 7 is, yeah, passenger shopper in the mall are surveyed. So the answer is the same thing, right? Cross-sectional study. Okay, so next, number 8. Okay, in a study data, you collected a letter of grade. Okay, so is this clear? Right? So the answer is ordinal. Okay, because this grade and also put in order, right? Okay, and for the review, the question is, in a study, the data you collected are weights per hour. So it is talking about money, right? So because you can divide, you can multiply, all kind of arithmetic calculation. Okay? So the answer is ratio. Okay? And what about number 9? In the study data you collected is favorite candy bar. Okay, so it is clear. This is nominal, right? Because there's only name. Okay. Now for the what is question here? The study data collected is number of traffic tickets. Okay. So this is like number, right? Yeah, you can divide, you can multiply, and so on, right? So the answer is will be ratio. Okay. The same as this one here. No, this one is not sorry. The same as this one. Uh, okay. Okay, next, number 10. In a study, the data you collect is a number of students indicating that they have done buying, drinking in college. Okay. So this is talking about number of students, right? Number of students, that means is quantitative, right? Okay. Because it's number. numerical data, not non-numerical data. So the answer is quantitative. Let's see what is the question in the review here. Number 10 is, in a study, the data you collect is type of resident, like single family home. So this means this one is like type of category, right? So the answer is qualitative. Okay, because you can see categorical. Okay, continue with number 11. A team of researchers is testing the effectiveness of new HPV vaccine. They randomly divide the subjects into two groups. Right? The group one received existing vaccine, and the second group received the new vaccine. Right? Okay, and the patient doesn't do not know which group they are in. Okay, so the treatment group is the group that received the new vaccine, right? Which is group number 2, right? So you can see the answer. So the answer is number 2 here. Okay, so this one will be number 1, because the patient didn't know which group they are in. So the answer is blind. Okay, and the experiment is a control experiment, because it's not it's not placebo, because you use a real drug, right? So you can see here the treatment group is group number 2, the control group is group number 1, and the experiment is blind because the patient didn't know where the group they were in, right? And the experiment is control experiment. Okay, let's see what is the problem in the mathematics for number 11. Yes, same thing. So the one that is received new vaccine is group 1. So that means the treatment group is group 1. Okay. So the control group will be group 2. Group 2. Okay. And neither the patient or the doctor examining them knew which group they are in. So the answer is double blind. Okay. So the answer is double blind. The experiment, the same thing, control experiment, right? Okay. So all correct. Okay. So now number 12. So which group are we call it? I mean, which of the following are categorical variable in this record? So DOSN is number, is so disability is non-number, so this is the answer. Race is non-number. Reading test is number. Age is number. Student is student name. Yes, student name. I think that is new. I think yes. I think the student name will be category, right? And then current grade level is also category. Okay. Let me see here. Okay, so the different they change this student to the student name. Okay, so for the student is like the number of student, right? So this is not numerical, not non numerical. So that's what the answer for this one is like uh, race, ethnicity, disability, and current grade level. Okay, let me check the answer here. Okay, so this one is wrong. The student names, the number of the student number line. Okay, let me see. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so the student name is like, yeah, maybe it should be not to put name here. Yeah, I think this problem is wrong thing. But student name should be non-numerical, right? Yeah, should be erase this one. I think they didn't change the key. They changed this one, but they didn't change the key. Okay. Okay, so the next one is question number 13. Right? Okay, experimental unit will be the people, animal, or thing on whom experiment are performed, right? So the answer is B. Okay. And retrospective study is study in the past, Okay. So the answer is A. Okay. And experiment a study in the data without anything to be done. Okay, so no. I think study in which treatment is applied and respond observed. So this one is a B, C. Okay. And also study is the E. And treatment is will be D. Right? Experimental condition imposed on the subject. So you have to be careful for answering this one if you watch this video. Okay. So your problem most likely will be different. Okay? At least they're different in order. Okay, so yeah, you can see here experiment unit is okay. I think the answer is 20. Okay. So experimental unit is A, right? The people, animal, or thing that whom experiment are performed, right? And then our personal study is E, study in which data is collected without anything being done to the subject. Right? And then experiment will be B, right? The study in which experiment is applied and response are observed. Okay? And then treatment is C, experimental condition imposed on the subject. Okay? And then E is responsibility is D, the study in which data from the past is examined. Okay. Okay, let's go number 14. So what do you think about this? In a study, the sample is chosen by surveying every third driver coming through a toll booth. Remember what is this? Statistic. Systematic, okay. It's clear the answer is that here. You know, like every third, every fourth of every second, something like that, okay. Okay, so the next one, number 14. Okay, I have to click this one. So number 14 is in the study, the sample is chosen by selecting a room of the house and appraising all items in that room. I think this one should be what do you think? Cluster, I think, right? And yeah, so this is number 14. This one is number 14. Okay, let's go to number 15. Okay. In a study, the sample is chosen by dividing by proportion by voting person and sampling everyone in the person selected. Okay. Yeah, I believe this one is the same thing. This is cluster also. Okay. So we selected, yeah, I think the uplift is cluster. After you divide into group and then you sampling and then select some person, right? And then sampling everyone in the percent selected. Okay, so this is cluster. Okay, so in number 15 here. Okay, the sample is chosen by dividing population. Yeah, the same thing, right? So the answer is cluster. Okay. Okay, so number 16 now. In a study, the sample is chosen by asking people on the street. I think this we call it a opinion because you just go to the street and then ask people on the street, right? It's like really the way to sample, the way to some to take sample is really convenient. I mean, like so easy. Right? Okay, so this number 16. Let's see what is in the map here. Uh, by writing name on playing card and sampling the dash, then choosing the top sub 20 card. Okay, so this we call it random sample, right? I mean, simple random. And the next one, number 17. Sample chosen by dividing the class by hair color and surveying the blending. Okay. I think this one is cluster again, right? Because you only surveying the one group. Okay. So the answer is cluster. Okay. So for number 17 in the here, in study the sample is chosen by surveying people in the next class. Okay. I think this is convenient. Just go to the next class and then take the sample, right? Okay. Okay. So number 18. Okay. Number 18 is you're looking for the relative frequency for the class with the lower class limit 15. So class lower limit 15 is this one, right? So the answer will be 3 divided by the total, right? And then multiply by 100. Okay. And you got this number. Okay. So you can try it here. Okay. Let's see. Using the calculator. Yeah. So first is you need to find what is the total, right? So 3 plus 2, 5, 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 10 is 21, 21 plus 9 is 30, right? 30 plus 7 is 37. Okay. So the answer is 3 divided by 37. So 3 divided by 37 times 100, right? You can see it could give you this answer. Okay. And you need to round up to one decimal place. So the answer will be 8.1%. Okay. Let's see what is on here. Yeah, first you need looking for the total, right? So 7 plus 6 is 13, 13 plus 2 is 15, 15 plus 2 is 17, 17 plus 5 is 22, right? 22 plus 7 is 29. Is it right? 13, 50, 17, 22, 29, right? So the answer is, okay, so hold on. The frequency for the class with lower class limit is 23. So that means you divide 2 with 29, right? So divide 2 divided by 29 times um, time 100%. So the answer is 6.9, sorry, yeah, 6.9, and you round up to one decimal place, right? Okay. So this one, the answer is 6.9. Okay, so the next one, number 19. Looking for the cumulative recurrence. So simply like for the class with the lower class limit 27. So the answer is you need to add from here to here, right? Okay. So you have 7 plus 7, 14, 14 plus 9 is 23. Okay. Okay, so yeah, so the same thing for this one up to here, right? So you need to add from here to here. Okay. So 8 plus 4 is 12, 12 plus 4 is 16, 16 plus 2 is 18. Okay, that's why the answer is 18 here. Okay. And number 20, yeah, I think the answer is uniform because you can see it is almost the same length, right? Okay. So this one, this one, this one, this one is all the same length. So the answer is uniform. Let me see what the problem here. So number 20. Uh, yeah, you can see skewed right, right? Because the tail, it's like the tail is goes to the right, right? Okay. Yeah, I believe this one here. Skewed right. Because the tail is go to the right, right? Okay, so the next question is this one here. How many time did Maria drive her car on day 4? Right? Day 4, this one. Right? And the line below show the number of time Maria drove her car each day of the week. Right? So how many times did Maria drive her car on day 14? Day 4, sorry, day 4. This one here, right? So the answer is 3. Okay. This is 4 and then this one is 3. So this is like the number of time. This is the days, right? So for day 4, she drive like 3 hours, right? I mean 3 times, sorry. Okay. Okay, let's see what is the answer, the question for you. Okay, it's the same thing, but this is day 4 also, right? But in this case, the picture is different because you can see in day 4, she drove like only 1 time, right? So the answer is 1. Okay. Yeah, the answer is 1. Okay, from here. Okay. And number 22, what is class weight? Class weight is the difference between the lower class limit here, right? So the answer we can see this is 6, this is 6, this is 6, the answer is 6, right? The sample size is the total number of, I mean the total of frequencies, okay? So it's just 10 plus 2, 12, 12 plus 8 is 20, 20 plus 3 is 23, 23 plus 6 is 29, 29 plus 5, 54, right? Okay. What about number 22 here? In the open. So again, the class width is also 6, right? You can see from here to here 6, from here to here 6, from here to here 6, and so on, right? So the class width is 6. And the sample size you need to count, you need to add all of these frequencies, okay? So 8, 9 is 17, 17 plus 10 is 27, 27 plus 7 is 34, 34 plus 2 is 36, 36 plus 6 is 42, right? All right, okay. And then question number 23. Yes, this is clear. This is a uniform, okay? But this one is skewed right because the tail is go to the left, right? Okay. And again, the class width is, you can see the difference is from here to here 10, just from here to 10, just from here to here 10, right? So the class width is 10, okay? Okay, so the next one, number 25. Data collected for 300 fish from the North Atlantic. The length of the fish in centimeter is summarized in the histogram below. What is the class midpoint for the second class? The second class will be first, second, third, fourth, sixth, sorry, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. So that means you need to add this to divide by 2, right? So you have what? Oh, the middle of this will be 53, right? Okay. Midpoint is the point in the middle here, which is 53 clear here, okay? And oops, okay, let's see what 24 is. Yeah, class width is this is clear, right? So the difference between this is 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, so the answer is 10. Okay, so number 25. You're looking for the what is the upper class limit? What is the upper class limit for the second class? The second class will be 1, 2, right? So the upper class limit will be like you subtract this by 1, right? So the answer is 53. 53. Oh, okay, I think this is difference. Sorry. I think the way to represent it here is like, whatever is whatever on the left here will be the lower class limit, and this one will be the upper class limit for this one, right? Okay, so the answer is be 54. I think this is the way to represent is different than the one that we have in the textbook. Okay. Yeah, so remember for this one is if you're looking for the second class limit, the upper class limit for the second class will be this one, okay? Because the second class will be this one. So the lower limit this one, the upper limit this one. Okay. Okay, so this number 25, number 26. Okay, so this is the number sample size. So it's the same thing. You need to count all of the frequency. You need to add all the frequencies, right? So you have 3 plus 3 is 6, right? 6 plus 7, 13. 13 plus 13 is 26, right? 26 plus 9, 35. 35 plus 3, 38. 38 plus 4 is 42, right? 42. Okay, so this question number 26. Yeah, you can see as you count this, you'll be 45, right? So you can see here 6, 16, 30, 40, 42, 45. Okay. Okay, so this is, we call it what? Okay, right? Okay. So how many measurements taken in this frame were less than 35 ppb? 35 is this one. So less than 35 will be this guy here. Okay. So the answer is 11. Okay, you can see 11. So 55. For this one is 55. So 55 is this one. Less than 55 will be this guy here. So the answer is 10. Okay, so 27, 28. Right? Okay, so this Pareto chart. Remember Pareto chart is the order is bar graph, but the order from the highest to the lowest, right? And in this case, you need to, how would the second bar in the graph be labeled? So that means the second highest, right? So you can see here the highest one will be purple, right? And the second one will be 26 or light gray, right? So the answer is light gray. Okay? Okay, for this one, the second bar will be, this is the first one. The second one will be 43, right? Which is blue, right? So the answer is blue, okay? Okay, for number 29, how many data values in the data set? So you need to count all of this, right? So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? Okay. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 8 plus 14 is 22, right? 22 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 27. 27 plus 3 will be 30, right? Okay, that's about the answer is 30. Okay. Okay, for the n is 30, answer minimum data value in the last class. Minimum value in the last class is this one, right? So the minimum value will be 52 or 52. Okay. And then what is the frequency of the model class? So which one is the mode? The mode will be, I believe that the mode will be 9, right? So the minimum value here will be, oh, sorry. What is the frequency of the model class? The model class will be, oh, the class with the most data appear here. Okay, so that means this class here. So I need to count one. I think 12, right? We already counted this 12, right? Sorry, 14, right? So you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13, 14, right? Yes, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 6, 14. Okay. So the model class frequency is 14. And how many of the original data value greater than 30? 30 will be this guy, right? So how many is greater than 30? So you need to count out this, right? So from here to here is 13. 13 plus 5 is 18. 18 plus 3 is 21, right? Okay. So that's 31. So how many uh, of the original data value are greater than 30. So the answer is 21, right? So you need to go from here to here to here. Okay. Let me see what the problem in my opponent here. Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Right? Okay, so this is 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is like 15, right? 10 plus 15 is 25. 25 plus 5 is 30. 30 plus 3 is 33, right? So this one is 33. Correct? This is 10. This is 15. 25. 25 plus, sorry. Sorry, 10 plus 15 is 25. 25 plus 5 is 30. 30 plus 3 is 33, right? Okay. Okay, the minimum value in the last class will be this guy, right? 71, okay. And the frequency of the model class will be this guy here. Remember, this is what? 15, right? And the original data be greater than 50 will be from here. So you got 13, 13 plus 18, 18 plus 3 is 21, okay? Okay, let me continue with the next one, number 30. And this one is to be number 30 also, right? Okay. Okay, so what percent her total spending did she spend on fund? Okay, so you need all of this, you need to add all this together, okay? And then divide the fund for with the total, right? Okay. So what do you have here? 285, 283. Yeah, you need to add this to right? If you add this to, you got what? 850, right? And this one also 850. So 850 plus 850, 1700, right? So you have 283, 283 divided by 1700 and then time 100. Yeah, so the answer will be how many decimal you need to put there? Whole percent. So the answer is 17, right? Okay, you can see here. But the whole percent will be 17. Okay. And what about the problem in the I open that here? Yeah, if you add this to, you got 850 also, right? No, no, not 850. 750, then for this one. And this one also 750. So you have 750 plus 750, so the answer is 1560, right? Okay, 1550. So she spent for food. Food is this one, right? So So 33 divided by the total is 1500, right? So 53 divided by 1500 times 100, right? So the answer is 22. So for the whole percent, it will be 22.2. So for the whole percent will be 22, right? 22%. Okay. And number 31. Yeah, the total money she spent $2,800, right? And how much she spent for the fund? For the fund is 19%. So that means you need to turn this to 0.19 multiplied by 20. So you put 0.19 times 2,800. So your answer is 532. Okay, 532. 532. Okay, so the next one. What this one is, she spent for fun 1600, 16%. So that means is 0.16 times 2400. 0.16 times 2400. Right? So the answer is 384. Right? You see, 384. Okay, for this one, you need to use the Excel. Okay, for this two. And for this one, you can simply looking for the one in the middle, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So the one in the middle will be this two, right? And the middle for the first half will be 5. And then the middle for the second half will be 24.1. Okay. And for this one, you compare the maximum salary for construction worker will be this one. And you compare with the teacher will be cover everything here, right? So the answer is 100%. Okay. Okay, so yeah, for this one, you need to use Excel. Okay, Excel for chapter 2. This one is it. So maybe I should put Excel chapter 3 there. Okay, so it's easier for you to get it. Yeah, again, you need to copy and then use your own copy to use it. Okay. Okay, so yeah, let me see. Yeah, chapter 3 is this one, right? So I think I'll put the link to the Excel from in this YouTube. Okay. Yeah, you can see this is the link to the YouTube for spreadsheet for chapter 3. Okay, so click this one. Okay, let me put it here. So make sure you copy this and then use it your own copy to answer the question. Okay. So you can do is like this, make a copy, okay? And then you can put in the Google Drive, okay? So let me show you how to use the copy here, okay? Um, so the question is asking about mean, median, and standard deviation, right? So just simply copy this and looking for the problem that is the same with that one. I think it's the question number 3. Okay, this one here. Just right click, paste it, okay, and make sure the data from A2 to A11. Okay, so this one should be A11. And the same thing for this one should be A2 to A11. This is also A2 to A11. So the mean is 16.63, 16.63, and the median is 16.5, and the standard deviation is, yeah, it looks like you have to round that to two decimal, right? Okay, so that means this one will be 9.65. Okay, so this for number 32, for number 33, the same thing, you can copy this and put it here. Right click. Okay, so you can see you don't need this down here, okay? So you don't need the one down here. So you can highlight it and then press delete button, okay? So the answer will be this one here. So the answer is just like this one is like the total from, yeah, this from, seems to be second here. But you can see it's the same thing, right? Because the rest is like 0, right? So nothing there. So the answer is will be 37.4. Okay, 37.4 for the mean. 37.4. 37.4 for the mean. And for the median is the data in the middle, which is if you have 20, so the data in the middle will be 10 and 11, right? So 10 and 11, because you can see here, from here to here is 6, and then this one is 10. So start from 11, 12, 13 will be this one. So 10 is 37, 11 is 38, so divide, so you need to add this two, divide by 2. So you got 37.5, right? And the mode will be the most often data appear, right? Will be in the data set will be 39. Okay, so the answer is 39. Okay, yeah, same thing. The one in the middle will be this one and this one. So the first middle will be 6.2, and the second middle, I mean the middle of the second class. Sorry, the middle of the second half will be 22.8, right? Okay, for this one, median salary for construction worker. Median salary construction worker is this one. And you compare with teacher, you have like different is three part here, right? 1, 2, 3. Because every part is like 25%, so you have three part different here, so that means it's 75%. Okay. Yeah, so I think that's all, right? Okay. So if you have any question, let me know.